No Jumper just can't get a break, man. Just when you think you got a new, good, street gang banging member of the No Jumper cast, man, they get bagged up for a murder. We've seen Brick Baby, one of the most prolific No Jumper hosts from the streets, a real rolling 60 Crip, get snatched up, and we ain't seen him since, man. Free Brick. Loose Cannon, another street adjacent figure, tapped in with the Crips, was rolling, doing robberies for Big U. He done been snatched up. There's been so many No Jumper arrests, and now we've got the latest. This is so unfortunate. It's been revealed that No Jumper co-host Ant Hefe has been arrested for murder in Los Angeles. Now, this news is blowing a lot of people's minds, okay? The No Jumper group chat's going crazy right now. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? We are absolutely in shambles, okay? Shout out to Ant Hefe. Free him. I'd like to know some more details. You know what I'm saying? I could see how that free Ant Hefe sits when we find out some more details about what he's actually allegedly done. But I've met Ant a few times, man. He seemed like a cool dude. He seemed like a very level-headed, collected kind of guy. And I'll be honest, you never know. I've met so many people that seem like absolutely the most calm, sweetheart people, not in a disrespectful way, but like just sweet, kind, cool people. Come to find out they got a few bodies, okay? They be out here snatching souls like the Grim Reaper, the real grave diggers, okay? It's crazy. And Ant Hefe, I met him. He seemed like a real nice, cool, down-to-earth, calm dude. Come to find out, he's been arrested for murder in LA. So I've got a whole bunch of analysis for you guys in this video, but let's start with this. It's made its way to TMZ, right? And I seen Adam talking about TMZ just hit him up for comment. It's an unusual day when TMZ, right, are hitting you up asking if you can give a public comment on one of your employees that has been arrested for murder. They said Ant Hefe is in hot water with the law. The No Jumper co-host and rapper just landed behind bars after getting arrested for murder, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Hefe was busted by LAPD's elite robbery homicide division and booked for felony murder. They gave him the David starter pack. All right, the robbery homicide division. He was sent to the 77th Street jail. He basically went through the exact same situation that David just went through, okay? They doing him like David. He might touch the yard with David. You never know, although David's segregated. But anyway, the artist, whose real name is Maurice Shellman, is being held on $1 million bail at the LAPD jail. We've reached out to the LAPD for a narrative about what happened. So far, no word back. Adam22 told TMZ that Ant has been a great podcaster for the last year or so. And as far as I know, he really wasn't in the streets like that anymore. So this was all a huge shock. Okay, and Ant, very unusually, he popped out with a little message, right? He basically, just a day ago, he had apparently claimed that he had had a really bad day, and apparently, like, things weren't looking too good for him. Okay, so let me just jump over to Reddit because I want to see what people thought of this. But they're saying this is Ant Hefe's last video before being arrested, and he said he had a very bad day.
It's the good old deal with the good old people, man. Today was not a good day, bro. Today was one of those bad days, man, where the devil was working hard, man. He was at work, man, and he was this close, man. He was this close to cashing in on wishful thinking. So right now, right, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to regroup, you know what I'm saying, and think things through, man, and just, you know, create the space to be calm and copacetic, you know what I'm saying, through the storm, you know what I'm saying. But hopefully y'all had a good day up out there, though, man, on this Monday, man, you know what I'm saying? To anybody day who was bad like mine, we gonna make it through, champ, you know what I'm saying? As long as we make it through the next day, man, we got another chance, man, to recharge, man, and regroup, man. Salute. Stay strong.
Now, unfortunately, the next day he was being arrested for murder, so you know, things unfortunately got worse for Ant Hefe, but hopefully things are looking up soon. People are saying it sounds like he accidentally caught a body. They're saying dude hit his Big U final video. They're saying he's on that run. Free Hefe going through it. Ice Cube today was a good day. They're saying, damn, Ant. They said he got arrested by the robbery homicide department. Saying, oh, man. They're saying Adam's reaction was so telling he didn't give a F that Ant Hefe got picked up. If anything, he's happy to run the story about $1 million bail. I don't think that. I think Adam is genuinely like in shock, right? So I wonder if what he's talking about was related to why he was arrested. Since something happened that day, I don't think something happened that day. I don't think it was something from the past. So some people are thinking maybe he got into a little situation. Okay, So the news has kind of been going crazy, all right? The No Jumper subreddit has been popping, all right? There's some stuff in there that I definitely can't show you. Let me just pull up the right page. So this was the first post. This was going viral last night. People saying Ant got picked up with the LAPD Robbery Homicide Division, bail set at $1 million. And when this came out, it didn't actually give the charges. It just said bail was at $1 million. And people were thinking, well, it must be serious. It has to be attempted murder or something very, very serious to have a bail at $1 million. And people saying, damn, he got picked up for a hot one. That's crazy. People saying robbery with $1 million bond. That's typically the bond you see on murder cases. So it seemed like people knew that basically he was in some serious trouble. People saying, damn, why did I think he was over 43? He 35. All right. They're saying he ain't do it. It was his alter ego. All right. There's some classic Ant Hefe moments if you've been following the show. All right. They're saying, free Ant, I can tell you a good dude, maybe just caught up in old ways. When you serve an amount of time, it's hard to outgrow that. Okay. So people saying Ant's laugh made the podcast 100% better. This sucks. People are gutted that Ant's been locked up. Right. They was loving Ant Hefe. Saying, I hate to admit the No Jumper Tuesday show felt kind of dry without Ant Hefe there, man. I mean, not hearing his laugh throughout the pod felt kind of odd. Free Ant Hefe, a.k.a. the Alter Eagle, right? So, people saying they can't sleep knowing that Ant's on a metal bed in jail. This ain't right. Free Ant, take me instead. Said they've been tossing and turning all night. Take me instead of the Alter Eagle. Saying, thank God Ant can sleep anywhere. He'd be falling asleep on the pod a lot, okay? So, look. Some people are dragging up some old lyrics of his that are sounding a little bit murdery. All right, he a street rapper after all, but you know he definitely got a few slaps in the vault where he talking hot about getting people shot.
$5 bills to get you whacked, 50 shots up in this Mac. Shots to make the news when you step in that blast. Group chat to get you tapped, forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. $5 bills to get you whacked, 50 shots up in this Mac.
So you get the gist, right? 5 bills to get you whacked. He'll get you shot, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so this was being posted around. This is Adam being asked by TMZ for a comment, and him giving his backstory that we saw in that article. So yeah, it's official felony murder. These are this is actually the information on the Situation 187 murder. The arrest date was May the 19th. There's not any information on the actual case itself, so I'm sure we'll get some information and an update on that soon. But it is official that it is a murder that he's been arrested with, okay? So it says, what makes something felony murder? It says something becomes a felony murder when the murder is committed in the process of committing a felony. So, for example, if you're robbing a bank, a felony, someone shoots and kills a security guard. Second-degree murder could be an example of non-felony murder. For example, you and I are arguing about whether Moose is a good podcaster, and you get so angry you shoot me, okay? So people saying if you peep his videos, he hasn't been in the usual location for the last week. He probably got word of a warrant and got out of the way. Said, didn't he mention on the podcast that he might have been the news that he was making too much money and they made him move from the old spot and he had just got done moving? Said, yeah, it's possible. It would mean he had an income-based finesse rent. He'd been getting his money for sure on YouTube and in his store. People saying, my prediction is Ant made the last bad day video because someone tried him earlier that day and he took him out. Maybe he knew the location he was that would be on camera and they'd be coming for him anytime. People said, I doubt he'd get on the internet if that was the case. There's no statute of limitation for murder. Police could have come to his house when he wasn't there and said he needs to turn himself in. Or other people went down the day before and he knew he was next. The fact his booking time is around noon yesterday makes me think that's what went down. But hey, he also didn't let Adam and them know he wasn't going to make it. So shit, I don't know. All right. Said, Action never made that post yesterday saying the devil came to play or whatever he said. The courts will use that towards consciousness of guilt. Right? Interesting. So this news is just still circulating. Everyone's giving their opinion on it. People falling to their knees when the law came for Ant Hefe. Okay. People can't believe that they're finding out his real name is Maurice. They thought his real name was Anthony since he had Ant. They're saying that's the real alter ego right there. They're saying his hood name is Young Ant. He's the 5th Ant in his lineage. So they're saying he looks like a Maurice now. It all makes sense, right? So somebody made a little compilation of like some of his best moments, and this is going to seem really dumb, but this is just going to show you how beloved of a host Ant Hefe was becoming on No Jumper. I mean, this is pretty crazy compilation. Like I saw this a minute ago. Look at this.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't practice no proper etiquette. When I get on camera, I don't have an alter ego.
They call me evil, cause show my alter ego. Put fish and guns on people. Fatigue like Jason Love, that mean my squad will lethal. Fatigue like Jason Love, that mean my squad will lethal. Just have this fatigue. Ride around in the Jeep all day. Fell asleep on the way to a play. All these bitches ain't leaning the face. I'm running like a turtle in a race. New Versace from the Smoke shop on my body, you talking to chat. I got foreigns riding shot, you never talking to whack. That's them people trying to call me, I just talk to the check. Cause I know you waiting on me, look. Yeah, they used to call me evil, control my alter ego. Put 15 guns on people, petite like Jason Love. That mean my squad will lethal. Petite like Jason Love, that mean my squad will lethal.
So of course it was cool, nigga, but anytime you got my line, nigga, you wanna set up a fade on A-Trade, me and you can fade, I'ma beat your ass. Other than that, get off the internet and stop talking, pussy. Mad face.
So, yeah, he was becoming a very beloved member of the No Jumper cast, okay? People are brokenhearted that he basically has been picked up. But here's what's interesting, okay? Over in the Cali Banging LA gang member subreddit, people are also waking up to the news, all right? And they're giving a little bit more info. And Hefe from 838 Gangsta Crip, which, you know, if you don't know, that's his set that he reps. He was arrested on felony by the LAPD Robbery Homicide Division as being held with $1 million bail. Okay, he was saying he 5'9", 260. They're saying he cooked. It's probably some stuff from way back in the day too. They're saying he ran into his ops. All right. They're saying, how is he 35? I figured he 40s. Damn, dude, same age as me. But shout out to him. All right. So there would be some more updates and some more kind of throwbacks that would be posted. They're saying Young and ETG down for a 187. Free the hog. All right. So it is official. 187 murder. This is it being shared in Cali Banging. And then people just hating on him, man. Let's leave it. Come on. 5'9", 260. I didn't think he definitely wasn't looking like 260 when I see him. They're saying he was probably on the run. No wonder he was doing videos at a different spot, but did he realize he could still be tracked? Says, I peeped that too. In that one video, he's so high you can tell he was stressed out. Says, most likely this was a fresh warrant that dropped the same day he got booked because he was up at No Jumper every day. Same time the cops knew that he'd be up there. They would have been booked him. Most likely somebody put his name in a case in some sort of way and they ran with it. Saying them 187s don't got no statute of limitations. And he's talked about fighting a murder before. That's the crazy part. But it is confirmed that it is now a murder. They're saying, why y'all want murders in the neighborhood? All right. People saying he had some skills, all this kind of stuff. So I doubt they make these so-called gang reps blow up for a few months, then get them comfortable enough that they don't see cases being built from social media as a form of warfare. Okay. So there's a few more posts that are going viral. Basically this is the hip hop head subreddit, right? And people want to try and, you know, they keep an Adam off the complex list and they not giving No Jumper any credit as a hip hop platform. But this post picking up motion in r/hip hop heads, right? They're saying maybe Adam will interview him next. People don't know, do they? People don't know. Said, ain't these dudes making money from this stuff? Why are you out here robbing and killing when you got a large media company and sponsors? Could be an old case, no statute of limitations on murder. People saying, guess he's not making it in for work. Nope. So we know what Vlad will talk about for the next 3 months. They're saying robbery, homicide picked him up and he's being booked for felony murder. It means he didn't kill anyone and was probably a lookout or getaway driver in a robbery that resulted in someone being killed. Felony murder charges are super effed up. Check out the Last Week Tonight segment on them for more info. So it says robbery resulting in someone getting killed seems more super effed up. But felony murder is a bad legal definition. It's put a lot of people in prison for nothing much. It's guilt by association. And they're saying this is how they keep a lot of black and brown people in prison unfairly. Okay, people saying the No Jumper Rico on the way. Low-key surprised he's going to be in a jail before Adam. What did Adam do, man? Come on. So even the Back on Fig subreddit is posting this. Okay, so just to give you some backstory, all right. Oh my god, this is just to give you some backstory. Okay, he was a 8-tray gangster crip, from what I understand, and they had a serious beef with the Hoovers and the Rolling 60s. Now, Aunt Hefe's brother goes by the name NBA2, okay, and he is apparently known for getting busy on social media, being relentlessly offensive to their ops, the Hoovers. So I'll play you a couple of clips and you'll get a bit of a backstory, exactly what Ant and his brother maybe was on when it came to this gangbanging stuff.
Hoovers! Fuck over there, down is on A-Trade. You talk to the goat right here. And my daughter, I killed her soon before I ain't say the street, and so I did it. Fuck Snoopers, low. On my daughter heartbeat. Why? Because why, nigga? Fuck Snoopers, nigga. That's over. All that. I got wiped out by HK. NBA 2, yeah, I killed one. So whoever, nigga. Fuck.
So did he just say, yeah, I hate the Hoovers so much I got wiped out, I killed one? This is Aunt Hefe's brother.
I got wiped out by HK. NBA 2, yeah, I killed one. show whoever, nigga. Fuck snoopers, nigga, on my daughter heartbeat, nigga, on Miani crib. Viral, I don't wanna go viral. But I know, yeah, fuck snoopers, bro. Dead homies, nigga. I got a body, y'all can say that. Over there, nigga. Vermont, Fleetwood, all that, nigga. I don't know what's up. Fuck snoopers, nigga, dead homies.
So it sounds like he's admitting to murder and basically, you know, frontlining this war. People saying he's high out of his mind. Okay. People saying Aunt Hefe won't address this. Someone has been on his bumper in every video about his brother's hate towards Hoovers. So, yeah, people saying he off the drugs. But anyway, this is kind of like what's going on, okay? Basically, this is a serious gang beef going on in LA. And, you know, we don't know for sure, but it could definitely be something to do with this war. Who knows if somebody from the Hoovers caught Aunt Hefe, he had to defend himself. We don't know exactly what happened, but his brother is known for getting very outrageous on social media. But not just the Hoovers, but also the Rolling 60s, because from what I understand, the 8 Tray, the Gangster Crips, they got issue with the neighborhood, the Rolling Crips, right? And apparently I've got in trouble for saying the wrong thing before, but apparently this is NBA 2, who's Ant's brother. Apparently that's what the NBA stands for. This is a very offensive words towards, I believe, the neighborhood Crips. And they saying one of them bashing assassin and from a crew called ETG. And basically he dissing the Rolling 60s heavy in this video too.
North side, nigga.
Gangsta, baby, not performance. It ain't nighttime, it's morning. Fuck man, fuck Sizzy. I'm NBA from 8 Tray Gangsta. Little northbound, nigga.
Northbound 2-1, kid.
Where is that?
NBA 2 Young Monster, nigga.
This baby never performance. They can't go shit like Norman to do this, cuz.
Oh, gangsta,
I
they
do that
can.
anytime with the horseman. I do that all day since 11 years old. Fuck that, folks.
Fuck that, folks.
Come on, bro. I ain't popping.
So yeah, he out here dissing, you know, dissing the neighborhood Crips. I don't want to offend anybody. All right, people saying he might got a mental disorder. Okay, is he the one who got the Hoover whack out on his arm? People saying they thought Hoover and ETG were good. Did I miss something? The Hoovers dissed the Gangster Crips. I thought they had a weird Hoover ETG alliance. They're saying Tweaking Hefe needs to get his brother. All right, they're saying he's going to be a Skid Row resident. Okay, but look. So just to give you some background on his gang, right? ETG, or the 8 Tray Gangsters, all right? People saying, does anyone know the exact boundaries of each side or clique of the 8 Trays in California, okay? They're saying north is going north up Normandy, all around F and N. Back west is going south down Normandy, passing Manchester to Century and Denker to Budlong. South is in between Normandy and western, going towards Florent. Far west is western to Van Ness, 89th to somewhere. And I don't know about OWS. And 71 Gangster Crip are basically baby 8 Tray Gangsters, and UTGC are baby ETGs in the apartments on 79th. There's a couple uptown Gangster Crips, but most of them turned NS or 8 Tray Gangster. I'm not sure, but this is my guess. Probably wrong. So the 8 Tray Gangster Crips, ETG, whatever you want to call them, all right, they're pretty notorious over there in LA. Right, people are saying, what's the status of the 8 Tray Gangsters nowadays? I always wondered how they hold down such a huge territory, and if they go toe-to-toe with all the neighborhoods that are near them. I know LA gangs don't keep scores like Chicago gangs do, but I'm just curious on how the 8 Trays are so large. So it says, also known as Hell Gang, 8 Tray Gangster Crip is the largest black gang in LA as far as territory goes, though the 60s and a few other gangs outnumber them in membership. Okay. People saying Google 8 Tray Gangster and read Monster Cody's book if you want to understand how they got to where they're at. As far as present day goes, gangs like 8 Tray aren't going anywhere anytime soon, regardless of if they make noise or not. People saying 8 Tray Gangster is one of the few black hoods that listen to their OGs and have a militant energy in their set. They don't let any other taggers or gangs coexist in their hood. So people saying you don't hear about certain hoods. Mexicans potentially are in the area. People saying it's mostly black people in the 8 Tray areas. People saying, yeah, they notice LA gangs don't keep score like Chicago gangs. So what's interesting is there's clips going around where they're basically saying this is deep. The 8 Tray gangster member who started the war between the 60s and 8 Trays is now a washed up bum while the war continues. Young Ants from the 8 Tray gangster speaks on it. So this is Aunt Hefe apparently speaking on kind of older 8 Tray gangster members who started some of these really important street wars.
Once you started out, so we all started out as students, you know what I'm saying? You might have had your big homie, your favorite big homie, or a person you might have looked up to, or whatever the case may be, and they sold you the narrative. And you coming up, you know what I'm saying, in these poverty-stricken conditions, this what was going on around you. This is what you seen every day. So this was the norm for you. You feel me? And this was being sold to you. So this is what you bought into. So once you become the student, and a lot of people that took their study serious, you feel me, and excelled, you feel me, in this gang space, you feel me. Once you was the student, you become the teacher, and you get to see that a lot of lies was told, and a lot of people wasn't living the lifestyle that they sold to you, and you the one that really lived it. So it's a lot of disappointments. On top of that, you see the carnage that you was doing as far as the community, you feel me. Like at the end of the day, what you really fighting over? You fighting over a dude right now that's over there. I want to say his name, like Big Rick in the '60s. His brother got killed, and the dude from A-Tray who did the killing, he not even from A-Tray no more, but a lot of people don't even know him, but he walk around the A-Tray community like a bum, and people walk past him every day and
don't even know it's him.
Don't even know it's him.
That's crazy. Hey, he a bum, and he can get an interview. He don't know he getting some change.
He don't even gang bang no more. Like,
but he don't know his value though, because he can get an bro. You know they'll pay him.
And he don't even gang bang. So let me sum it up, and then we can get to them super chats she just spoke about. So let me say this.
Some super chats she was spoken about.
Yeah, let me sum it up here.
Stop
right?
me from doing my thing. Profound.
So it's interesting, right? It's kind of explaining that like the older generation, they started a lot of beefs, and then the younger generation got a little bit smarter and was able to outthink the problems of the last generation and do things better. It says the guy who started the war was from 9-0 Gangster before they turned to Rollin' 90s and became neighborhoods. He had started hanging with the 8-Trays and was trying to switch gangs. He shot Rick's brother after losing a fist fight because he was trying to prove himself. He was nowhere to be found for years, and the 8-Trays disowned him after this. He's currently a transient/dope fiend. So yeah, it's interesting, right? So we learn in kind of some backstory about what was going on. So there's a lot of random clips of Ant going around. Like this one, look, I'm not saying this is definitely proof of anything, but like this clip is being posted around and people saying this is proof of young Ant Hefe accidentally admitting to shooting up the Hoover's Hood Day, where he basically accidentally admits that he did a shooting.
I don't know who this person is, but Hot Topics is pertaining to the shooting I did to I don't know who this.
So they're saying he accidentally admitting he doing shootings and shit. And so basically, right, I'm trying to get to the bottom. I didn't know everything about Ant Hefe's kind of street credentials, but good thing, okay, rap news and street politics clips, they got young Ant Hefe's 8-Tray Gangster Crip report card, all right? So we might have to just check out his Crip report card real quick, just try and get to the bottom of, you know, what kind of grades we're looking at. Maybe there's some clues in this video. I haven't actually seen this one yet. So let's just check this out and get to the bottom of Ant Hefe's Crip report card, and we'll try and find out if we can find any leads on the situation.
Now, next up on the list, we got somebody that stays popping on the internet. This dude always into something on YouTube, man. Every time you turn on YouTube, you see his face coming out the West Side 80s. We got young Ant Hefe from 8-Tray Gangsta Crip.
5 bills to get you whacked. 50 shots up in the smack. Face shot to make the news. We just step when they relax. Group chat to get you tapped. Forehead up in my lap. When they pump, we run it back. Tell my youngin' cut no slack. Impact and make it gooey. When I terrorize like Stewie. Little chest, 10 choppers. Take my chances with the Uzi. Little baby, she might lose me. Attitude, my fashion bougie. I'm intensive with this duty. Make my bitches mad with booty.
And his music over the last few months, and he low-key came out the blue with it when he first hit the scene last year, around that time when niggas was talking about the peace talks. We know a lot of people in the city, especially on the west side, was pushing the peace movement and trying to bring a few different hoods together and really focus on getting the bag out here. And this is the first time that a lot of people became familiar with Ant Hefe. But what people gotta realize is Ant Hefe is still only a couple years removed from federal custody after serving an extensive bid. Now, you know, he done state time and fed time. And we broke all of this down in the video that we did on him. Now, how that video came about, you know, as he started to grow his legs on the YouTube shit, he was going back and forth with B Brazy, and a lot of people started inquiring and asking about young Ant paperwork for one reason or another. So he pulled the paperwork on the full 8-Tray indictment. And after going through this shit, we really wanted to show how to keep your gangbanging, your cripping, your blood, whatever, solid in the midst of a federal indictment. You know, we break down a lot of federal indictments on this channel. It'd be a lot of niggas telling. A lot of niggas do keep it solid as well. But to see somebody who's now a staple on the internet keep it solid on a large federal indictment like that, you know, it's good to.
So there was like a big federal indictment that the 8-Trays got involved in, and I know that there was like a lot of drugs involved, and it was a big situation. They're saying Ant kept it fully solid throughout the whole situation. So, you know, respect to him. And I feel like being a solid, non-snitching individual from the streets is pretty like gold dust nowadays in this industry where everybody's ratting. So he's about to give some backstory just about how Aunt Hefe's reputation is kind of, you know, when it comes to them prison yards in California.
No jumper, man. Now, like I said, behind the walls, we've heard no bad things about young Andy's. Put it down. And we've also heard numerous accounts of his reputation on the streets as well before he went to the pen. Now, he hasn't spent a grip of time on the streets like some of these dudes have that we see on the internet. But one thing we do see is his connection between a lot of different members from various hoods. He's accumulated a good amount of respect, not only in his hood, but also outside of the A-Trades, because we always hear about somebody tapping in with Ant in regards to different situations. But as we know, like with most people, young Ant is not an internet dude. You know, everybody in this space has been outside and did whatever they did in the streets before coming to the internet. And one thing I've seen from Ant is getting acclimated to the internet games and internet politics on No Jumper. Now, like I spoke on before, No Jumper is the expert level of internet podcasting, internet presence, and just putting your face out there, you know.
So he basically has got a certified street reputation, right? A street report card. And he's one of the few people that's actually keeping it solid and then going into the world of podcasting and sort of online street politics, which is a crazy thing to say, but this is a real thing.
Reputation. Activity-wise, I don't think Ant is sliding no mother. No, Ant, he not doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He did his time. He stays solid behind the walls, and he's well respected in his set. As you can see, he got them little niggas around him. All his homies be around him, and he got a solid reputation in the West Side 80s.
So according to street politics, right, Aunt Hefe got a serious reputation in the streets, but he ain't sliding no more. Well, once we find out what these charges stem from, we're going to find out whether or not that was true. I hope this is a big misunderstanding. I thought Aunt Hefe was great on No Jumper. I thought he was a really good host, but he got them street ties. He got them 8-tray ties. So at the end of the day, could be serious, all right? And maybe some of these street beefs are the reason. So when I hear more about this situation, I'll let you guys know. I will keep digging into it. Right now, I haven't found anything super substantial, but I have a feeling some more information is going to come out very soon. So I'll keep you guys posted when I have that info. But for now, guys, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.